If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. If you're not stubborn, you'll give up on experiments too soon. And if you're not flexible, you'll pound your head against the wall and you won't see a different solution to a problem you're trying to solve. Because, resilience, if you think of it in terms of the gold rush, then you'd be pretty depressed right now because the last nugget of gold would be gone. But the good thing is, with innovation, there isn't a last nugget. Every new thing creates 2 new questions and 2 new opportunities. There are 2 ways to extend a business. Take inventory of what you're good at and extend out from your skills. Or determine what your customers need and work backward, even if it requires learning new skills. Kindle is an example of working backward. You can do the math 15 different ways, and every time the math tells you that you shouldn't lower prices because you're going to make less money. That's undoubtedly true in the current quarter, in the current year. What we need to do is always lean into the future. When the world changes around you and when it changes against you, what used to be a tailwind is now a headwind. You have to lean into that and figure out what to do because complaining isn't a strategy. We've had 3 big ideas at Amazon that we've stuck with for 18 years, and they're the reason we're successful. Put the customer first. Invent. And be patient. One of the things we don't do very well at Amazon is a Me Too product offering. So when I look at physical retail stores, it's very well served. The people who operate physical retail stores are very good at it. The question we would always have before we would embark on such a thing is, what's the idea? What would we do that would be different? How would it be better? We don't want to just do things because we can do them. We don't want to be redundant. What we want to be is something completely new. There is no physical analog for what Amazon.com is becoming. We expect all our businesses to have a positive impact on our top and bottom lines. Profitability is very important to us or we wouldn't be in this business. If there's one reason we have done better than of our peers in the internet space over the last 6 years, it is because we have focused like a laser on customer experience, and that really does matter, I think, in any business. It certainly matters online, where word of mouth is so very, very powerful. Friends congratulate me after a quarterly earnings announcement and say, "Good job, great quarter," and I'll say, "Thank you, but that quarter was baked 3 years ago. I'm working on a quarter that'll happen in 2021 right now." Amazon is not too big to fail. If we start to focus on ourselves, instead of focusing on our customers, that will be the beginning of the end. We have to try and delay the day for as long as possible. If everything you do needs to work on a 3-year time horizon, then you're competing against a lot of people. But if you're willing to invest on a 7-year time horizon, you're now competing against a fraction of those people, because very few companies are willing to do that. At Amazon we like things to work in 5 to 7 years. We're willing to plant seeds, and let them grow, and we're very stubborn. We say we're stubborn on vision and flexible on details. In some cases, things are inevitable. The hard part is that you don't know how long it might take, but you know it will happen if you're patient enough. eBooks had to happen. Infrastructure web services had to happen. So you can do these things with conviction if you are long-term oriented and patient. Amazon today remains a small player in global retail. We represent a low single-digit percentage of the retail market, and there are much larger retailers in every country where we operate. And that's largely because nearly 90% of retail remains offline, in brick-and-mortar stores. It's hard to remember for you guys, but for me it's like yesterday I was driving the packages to the post office myself, and hoping one day we could afford a forklift. I like treating things as if they're small. You know, Amazon, even though it is a large company, I want it to have the heart and spirit of a small one. Focus on cost improvement makes it possible for us to afford lower prices, which drives growth. Growth spreads fixed costs across more sales, reducing cost per unit, which makes possible more price reductions. Customers like this, and it's good for shareholders. Please expect us to repeat this loop.